اس میں زینب کھو بیٹھی 18 برس کے پالے کو روتے ہیں کھڑے سب آل نبی، روتے ہیں کھڑے سب آل نبی، 18 برس کے پالے کو ارمان نہ نکلا بانوں کا، ہے لاش پہ نوحہ بانوں کا، پائے گی کہاں یہ کوکھ جلی، پائے گی کہاں یہ کوکھ جلی، 18 برس کے پالے کو دل تھام کے اکبر کی مادر سرور سے یہ کہتی ہے رو کر، کھو آئے کہاں اے ابن علی، کھو آئے کہاں اے ابن علی، 18 برس کے پالے کو نازوں سے مرادوں سے پالا، شادی کا زمانہ جب آیا، میدان میں کھو کر بیٹھ گئی، میدان میں کھو کر بیٹھ گئی، 18 برس کے پالے کو قسمت کا کروں کس سے میں گلا، خدمت کے عوض کچھ بھی نہ ملا، صحرا بنا زینب باندھ سکی، صحرا بنا زینب باندھ سکی، 18 برس کے پالے کو پردیس میں، صلی اللہ تعالی محمد و آل محمد۔ محمد و آل محمد بلند تر صلوات۔
علی علی اکبر علی 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 اکبر علی علی image of the prophet Ali Ali image of the prophet Ali 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 Akbar Ali, 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 Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali, image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali, image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Oh, Ali Akbar, like your father, so generous, so kind and faithful, patient and truthful and pious. O son of Hussein, you always showed the best manners. Manners of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Manners of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Vision of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Vision of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. As you stood to recite the adhan for the final time, cries were heard as they saw the Nabi for the final time. Oh, my son, let me say goodbye for the final time. Caller of the prayer, Ali, Ali. Caller of the prayer, Ali, Ali. Allahu Akbar, Ali, Ali. Allahu Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. When you left, oh, step by step, your father followed. Oh, Ali Akbar, let me see your face once more. How can I say goodbye to the son that I adore? Smile of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Smile of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Sight of your father, Ali, Ali. Sight of your father, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. The bravest lion in the battlefield, scared of none. But come back, Akbar, and call out the ladies to their son. Oh, Ali Akbar, come take a taste from your father's tongue. The thirst of Hussein, Ali, Ali. The thirst of Hussein, Ali, Ali. Go fight for Hussein, Ali, Ali. Go fight for Hussein, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. As you fell, one hand on your chest and one hand raised. Assalamu alaikum, O Father, my life I gave. Was there a prince of Hashim like you, so brave? Grandson of Haidar, Ali, Ali. Grandson of Haidar, Ali, Ali. Brave son of Hussein, Ali, Ali. Brave son of Hussein, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. Oh, Ali Akbar, when you fell in that final fight. Oh, Ali Akbar, look at your father, lost his sight. Oh, Ali Akbar, look at your mother, how she cries. Yusuf alayla, Ali, Ali. Yusuf alayla, Ali, Ali. Allahu Akbar, Ali, Ali. Allahu Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Ali, Ali Akbar, Ali, Ali. Image of the Prophet, Ali, Ali. of the Prophet Ali, Ali. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات. اکبر تمہیں معلوم ہے کیا مانگ رہے ہو؟ تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. اکبر تمہیں معلوم ہے کیا مانگ رہے ہو؟ تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. اس عالم غربت میں تمہیں جان دوں کیسے؟ اس دشت مصیبت میں تمہیں جان دوں کیسے؟ اس وقت قیامت میں تمہیں جان دوں کیسے؟ اے لال جو تم اذن وغا مانگ رہے ہو، تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. کیا گزرے گی اس باپ کے دل پر نہیں سوچا؟ تم نے یہ میری جالی اکبر نہیں سوچا. مر جاؤں گا میں تجھ سے بچھڑ کر نہیں سوچا. تم مجھ سے ضعیفی کا عصا مانگ رہے ہو، تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. اکبر تمہیں معلوم ہے کیا مانگ رہے ہو؟ تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. دل روتا ہے نظروں سے اگر دور ہو بیٹا، کس طرح جدائی تیری منظور ہو بیٹا. تم ہی میری آنکھیں ہو، میرا نور ہو بیٹا. مجھ سے میری آنکھوں کی ضیا مانگ رہے ہو، تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. دنیا سے گیا جس گھر محبوب خدا کا، نانا کی زیارت کو تڑپتا تھا نواسا. اے لال تجھے اس لیے خالق سے تھا مانگا، مقبول ہوئی میری دعا مانگ رہے ہو. تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. اکبر تمہیں معلوم ہے کیا مانگ رہے ہو؟ تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. تم باپ سے مرنے کی رضا مانگ رہے ہو. محمد وآل محمد صلوات. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Just a couple of short announcements as a reminder. Inshallah, our Ashura Day program is on Tuesday, September 10th. It'll begin at 9:45 with our Amal, and we'll continue in all the way through the end of the day with Sham al-Ghariba after Maghrib, inshallah. With a loud salawat, I'd like to welcome Syed Tayyab Mosavi, Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, salawat.
Please recite Surah Fatiha for your marhumin and for all the mu'mineen marhumin that do not have anyone to pray on their behalf. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يوصي نعمه العادون ولا يؤدي حقه المجتهدون الذي لا يدركه بهد الهمم ولا يناله غوث الفتن الذي ليس لصفته حد محدود ولا نعت موجود ولا وقت محدود ولا أجل ممدود فترى الخلائق بقدرته ونشر الرياح برحمته ووتد بالسخر ميدان أرض ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيبنا وحبيب رب العالمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعن على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المبين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون وما تنفقوا من شيء فإن الله به عليم صدق الله العلي العظيم. The first of our salawat in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidatina SIIJLA. The second of our salawat in honor of Hassan and Husein, the masters of the youths of paradise. And finally, with the loudest of your voices, the last of our salawat in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salam. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. These last few nights we've gone over lessons from Karbala, and yesterday's lesson was a lesson in loyalty from none other than the master of loyalty himself, Abul Fazl Abbas alayhi salam. And tonight it's a lesson that we learned from Karbala, and that's a lesson in giving in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a lesson in sacrificing something that you love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This lesson, brothers and sisters, this lesson doesn't start from Imam Hussein. If you want to know about the sacrifice for Imam Hussein, then you have to go back and look at the reason, look at why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Hazrat Ibrahim to sacrifice something for him. Because that's where that sacrifice actually starts. This sacrifice, when we say that Imam Hussein is Zibh al-Azim, where do we get that from? We get that from the Quran. And inshallah, before the lecture ends, we'll go over those verses and see what Zibh al-Azim truly is. Because if you ask the other school of thought what Zibh al-Azim is, they'll say that Zibh al-Azim in this verse is that ram that came for Prophet Ismail alayhi salam. We'll see if it's truly that ram or no. Is it someone else that was supposed to come later down the line? But when it comes to sacrificing, when it comes to giving something to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the problem with us Muslims is what? When it comes to giving in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either we're stingy, one, we hold our hands back, one, or two, we give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what we ourselves do not want. What we ourselves do not want. What do I mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, it says, by no means, this verse that I start off with, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. By no means shall you attain goodness. Bir, a lot of the mufassirin, if you look at the translation of the Quran in English, they've taken bir to mean righteousness. They've taken bir to mean goodness. But there's a narration from Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, we'll get to that narration too. What is bir? If we were just to look at the translation, if you look at the narration, if you look at the tafsir, a lot of the ulama, they say bir is goodness. A lot of the ulama, they say bir is righteousness. If it's righteousness, if it's goodness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse says, Lan tanalul bir. Anyone that's familiar with Arabic language, lan, what does this mean? When this particle comes, this particle has a meaning. This particle in Arabic is nafil abad, meaning negation, infinite negation, negation until the end of time. It's only like this. It will never ever happen. Never ever. That's what lan means. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, lan tanal al-bir, you will never ever reach righteousness. You will never ever reach goodness. Hatta, except if you give from what you love. You'll never reach righteousness except when you give from that which you love. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, if we want to reach righteousness, if we want to reach goodness, then we have to give from what we love. So what do? When this computer is 10 years old, it has no value in our eyes. Give it to the center. Give it in the name of Allah. When these clothes are completely old and they're out of fashion, give them to the poor. Give them to the poor. This, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, no, this is not what I want. When you stop loving these things, then you give them to me? What do I have? When you yourself don't want them, why would I want them? When you have no use for them now, that's when you want to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This is the problem that's within the Islamic community. We don't have a problem spending on ourselves $1,000 for a phone. But if it comes to giving $5 for the center, no. We're stingy. When it comes to giving for your own akhirah, this money that you give, whatever you give, the time that you give to the center, the money that you give to the center, whatever you donate to the center, this is for your own good and your own akhirah. Why did I choose this verse of the Quran? Because Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, he says himself, sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tafsir al-Burhan by Sayyid Hashim Bahrani. He has a narration from our sixth holy Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Mufaddal bin Umar, who was a very devout companion of the holy Imam, he's been given a bag of money from other Shias and they've told him to go give this to the Imam. Mufaddal, he comes to the Imam and he gives him the bag of money. The Imam, he looks at Mufaddal and he says, "Oh Mufaddal, know that I do not take this from the Shia because I'm in need of it. Know that I don't take this money from the Shias because I'm in need of it. Know that I don't take this money from the Shias because I want it. Know that. Ibn Rasulullah, then I only take it. Why? Because when they give us this, then the amal that they've done, then that's when they go up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What they give us, this that they're giving us, it's purifying their deeds so those deeds can go up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those deeds can go up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the holy Imam, he quotes this same verse. But when he quotes this, he says, Ya Mufazzal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Lan tanalul bir. You will never reach bir. The sixth Imam, he says, Mufazzal, know that we are that bir. We are that bir that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about. If you want to reach us, then give from what you yourself love. Give from what you yourself love. Give for our cause. Brothers and sisters, all of these centers, they're run by donations. There shouldn't be a need for the centers to say that we need donations. If you truly loved Ahlul Bayt, you would go to the center and say, what can I give? What can I do for the center? Whatever that you love, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants what you love. If you love time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying from what you love. If you love time, then you give time to the center. If you love money, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, then you give money to the center. Whatever it. Not the worst, the best. And that too with an open heart, with a kind heart and an open hand. Isn't it sad that the Ahlul Bayt have given all of us with an open hand, but when it comes to giving back to them, we're misers? We're close-fisted? On the Day of Judgment, what will we say to the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam? All of this that we give, if you go to Iraq, for Arba'in, I've asked so many people. I was in Iraq for 7 years. So many people. They all say, Sayyid, everything, all the work that we do throughout the year, we save as much as we can so we can spend it on this day. Anyone that's gone to Arba'in, they know 40, 50, 60 million people that come for ziyarat of Abu Abdullah al-Husaini alayhi salam. The Iraqis themselves, they say, everything, all of our hard work for the whole year, we save as much as we can. Our kids might go hungry for a day or two, but we save as much as we can so we can feed the zawar of Abu Abdullah al-Husaini. Those are true Shias, brothers and sisters. And if you've been to Iraq, you know how much they have, and you live in America, you know how much we have. If we can't give time for Ahlul Bayt, if we can't give some money for the sake of the Ahlul Bayt, then what use are we to the Ahlul Bayt? The sisters that are listening, alhamdulillah, a lot of them, they follow the sunnah of Lady Khadija salawatullah alayha. And there's no problem with that. Meaning what? Meaning that they work, meaning they have an income, they earn a living. There's absolutely no problem with that within Islam. But at the same time, when you look at the life of Lady Khadija salawatullah alayha, how much did she help? How much did she donate to the religion? How much did she donate to the Holy Prophet? The men that I'm in front of right now, in Mecca, the two people that helped the Holy Prophet were Hazrat Abu Talib and Lady Khadija. For us men, Hazrat Abu Talib is to be taken as that role model. How much did he sacrifice for Islam, and how much are we sacrificing for Islam? Not just money, to the point where he sacrifices his kids. When they were in Shib Abu Talib, the Holy Prophet was all the way inside. But before the Quraysh could get to the cave or inside to the cave, who were in the front? You all know? All four sons of Hazrat Abu Talib, protecting the Holy Prophet. This verse of the Quran, brothers and sisters, it stays with us throughout our whole life. It's not that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us when we're 15 that He wants the best from us. No. Throughout our whole life, this verse is with us. When this verse is with us, then surely this verse was also with those people that were in Karbala. What was it that those people in Karbala had with them? They didn't have money with them. They didn't carry any wealth with them. Yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also speaking to them. He's saying, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You will never reach righteousness until you give from what you love. And when you look at this verse and you go back and apply it to the sacrifice that Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam had to give, what was it that Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam loved? What was it? I want an answer. Hazrat Ismail. Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, he loved Hazrat Ismail. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you will never reach righteousness. Ya Ibrahim, you won't reach righteousness until you sacrifice Ismail. I understand that that was a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all know that. But what was that test? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose to test them in that way? As I said a couple of days ago, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you, the more trials and tribulations He puts you through. For a father, is there any harder trial and tribulation than to have to slaughter your own child? No. Is there a harder trial and tribulation than to have to sacrifice your own child? No. There isn't. But is it that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly wanted Hazrat Ismail to be sacrificed? No. He knew from the beginning. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all-knowing. He knew from the beginning that Hazrat Ismail was not to be sacrificed. Yet He asked Hazrat Ibrahim to do it. Why? Why? Because it's not the meat or the blood that goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it is your niyat, it is your amal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to see if Hazrat Ibrahim would be able to sacrifice his own son for himself. That's it. And when Hazrat Ibrahim, how did Hazrat Ibrahim carry out that mission? He goes and he tells his son, Ya Ismail, for 3 nights now, I've been seeing the same dream over and over again. And he goes, Oh father, what is that dream? And he says, for 3 nights now I've been seeing that I'm sacrificing you. Hazrat Ismail, he says, Oh father dear, do what you have been commanded to do. This dream of Hazrat Ibrahim, Hazrat Ismail himself knows that this is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what does he say? He says, Oh father dear, do what you have been commanded to do. Hazrat Ibrahim, he takes Hazrat Ismail, he ties his hands, and he takes him up to Mina where the sacrificial place was. On their way, they meet Shaitan. Shaitan, he first tries to persuade Hazrat Ibrahim to not sacrifice his son. And because Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was completely determined, he had complete faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Shaitan, he becomes dejected. When he becomes dejected, then he tries his luck with Hazrat Ismail. Hazrat Ismail is 13 years old, 14, he barely learned to help his father out. So he tries his luck with Hazrat Ismail. He tells Hazrat Ismail, Oh Ismail, he's about to kill you, leave, run. But because of the dua of his father, before Hazrat Ismail was born, Hazrat Ibrahim, he supplicates to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, give me a righteous son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replies, we gave Ibrahim a forbearing son. The dua of a parent. Brothers and sisters, tomorrow my lecture is going to be on mothers. On mothers, and I want everyone to attend that lecture, please, because in this day and age, you look at the society we're in, the youngsters, they don't care about their parents anymore. They don't care about their parents anymore. In Islam, the rights that everyone has over the parents and the rights that the parents have over a child. For example, if I was to ask many of you, do you know even if your parents have passed away, they still have rights over you? They still have rights over you. And how many of you, if your parents have passed away, you fulfill those rights? If you don't know what those rights are, then how could you have fulfilled them? Just because they've passed away does not mean that the rights that they have over you are completely gone. No. So tomorrow's lecture will be on mothers and the importance of mothers. And what they did, what mothers did in Karbala. But when it comes to the sacrifice, Hazrat Ibrahim, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dua. This is the effect of dua of a parent. Just as fast, just as quickly, a dua of a parent is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the youngsters that are here, you have to remember, if a parent curses the child for being completely disobedient, just as quickly that curse will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just as quickly. You don't have to take my word for it. Mafatil Jinan. There's a whole dua. Dua mashlul. Why was that dua there? What was the reasoning behind that dua? There was a young boy who was holding on to the Kaaba and he was completely crying. Amir al-Mu'minin, he passes by that place with Imam Hassan, Imam Huseini, and he tells his son Imam Husein, he goes, Ya Husein, go check, why is this young man crying? Imam Husein, he goes to that young man And he asks him, what's the matter with you? Why are you crying like this? The young man says, Ya Hussein, I used to be completely disobedient to my father. It got to a point where I shoved him. And when I shoved him, my father, he cursed me. And then and there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he paralyzed me. He paralyzed me. It's been so many years now and I'm paralyzed because my father cursed me. And I'm repenting. When Imam Huseini, he heard this, he goes back to Amir al-Mu'mineen and he tells him, oh father, the young man, this is what he's saying. Amir al-Mu'mineen, he goes back to him, he teaches him that dua. He teaches him that dua. And after he recites it one time, the narration states that the Holy Prophet, he came and he himself, he fixed the young man. But the effect of a curse of a parent on the child, as soon as the parent cursed, the effect took. And when it comes to du'as, brothers and sisters, it's the same thing. As soon as a parent asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to further a child's education, to further or give a child a better education or give a child better status in the community, it happens. Please, can you all recite our light salat and come forward, please? But Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, he says what? He says, Rabbi habli minas salihin. Ya Allah, give me of a righteous son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says that we gave Hazrat Ibrahim a forbearing son. And when it comes time for the sacrifice, Hazrat Ismail is completely tied now. Hazrat Ibrahim, he's laid Hazrat Ismail on the rock. When he's laid Hazrat Ismail, he looks at his father, he says, oh father dear, there are two wishes I'd like for you to fulfill. And he goes, what are they? One, can you wrap your clothes around yourself so my blood does not spill on your clothes? Why? Because I don't want my mother to see my blood. One. Two, can you send my mother my salams and tell her that I am in heaven? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken me to heaven. Two. Hazrat Ibrahim, he says, oh my son, I'll do both. And what does Hazrat Ibrahim do? He closes his eyes. He lays Hazrat Ismail down. And he begins to sacrifice Hazrat Ismail. But the knife wouldn't move. The knife wouldn't move. When the knife wouldn't move, he tries it again, it wouldn't move. He tries it third, it doesn't move. When it doesn't move a third time, it doesn't work a third time, what does Hazrat Ibrahim do? He throws that knife. When he chucks the knife, it goes straight into a rock. That knife that was so sharp that it goes into a rock, it couldn't cut the throat of Hazrat Ismail. And Hazrat Ismail, he gets completely astounded. He says, what is this? It can go through a rock, but it doesn't do what it's commanded to. The knife, the narration, Hayatul Qulub, it says that the knife, it replies, oh Ibrahim, you want me to slaughter, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me not to do it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want me to do it. That's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals, وَنَادَيْنَاهُ أَنْ يَا إِبْرَاهِيمْ قَدْ صَدَّقْتُ رُؤْيَا. And we called out to Ibrahim, Ya Ibrahim, you fulfilled your vision. Indeed, we recompense the doers of good in this way. Most surely this is a manifest trial, and we ransomed him. We ransomed Hazrat Ismail with a great sacrifice, with Zibh al-Azim. With Zibh al-Azim. And this is where a lot of the narrators from the other school of thought, they say what? That this Zibh al-Azim was that ram that came in place of Hazrat Ismail. Well, what makes that ram so great? What made the ram so great? And what did they say? It was slaughtered and then it became great. How does merely being slaughtered make it great? If you think about it, if that's true, then there must be about 1 trillion chickens that have been slaughtered in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They must all be great. Every year on Eid, cows, sheep, cattle, they're being slaughtered. They must all be great. So how is it that merely by being slaughtered, this ram became great? No. Then why was it so great? Oh, it was sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why it was great. Now then there's another problem. Now you have a prophet that's sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have a ram that's sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So which of these is greater? Because the verse says we ransomed him for Zibhil Azim. We ransomed him for a great sacrifice. So that greatness is complete greatness. So is this ram greater than Hazrat Ismail? No. Hazrat Ismail himself a prophet. Hazrat Ismail the son of a prophet. And that too, his father is Khalilullah. Sacrifice. No. When time came to find out what was going on here, what happens? Hazrat Ibrahim, when he was told this, that, Ya Ibrahim, we have ransomed your son for Zibhil Azim. What was that Zibhil Azim, brothers and sisters? It could not have been the ram. That Zibhil Azim, we find out where? Surah Al-Fajr. Wal Fajr. Wal Layalin Ashar. I swear by the daybreak. What daybreak is that? I swear by the Fajr. The Surah Al-Fajr is also known as Surah Al-Huseini. I swear by the Fajr. That Fajr that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by, it's that day of Ashur when Hazrat Ali Akbar gave the final azan. Walayalin Ashar. And I swear by the 10 nights. What 10 nights are those? Those 10 nights are those 10 nights of Muharram where the family of Rasulullah was camped in Karbala. And I swear by the Shaf and Witr. I'm sure a lot of the elders, they know what Salatul Layl consists of. That Shaf and that Witr were those two prayers that Abu Abdullah Huseini alayhi salam was giving the night before Ashur. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَسَرْ. And when the night, it goes away. What night is that? That's that night. If you look at some of the tafsirs, that's that night when Lady Zainab sallallahu alaiha, she was crying about everything that happened to her brothers, her nephews, and the companions of Abu Abdullah. You come to sacrifice, like I said before, sacrificing something, giving something in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is constantly with us throughout our whole life. So when it's constantly with us, then it was definitely with the Ahlul Bayt. It was definitely with these companions of Imam Hussein that went with Imam Hussein. So what was it that they had? What was it that they sacrificed? Look at what they sacrificed, brothers and sisters, and look at what we're willing not to sacrifice. This is how you should think. When the Imam, he says that your good deeds, this prayer, these fastings, these fasts in the month of Ramadan, this Hajj that you do, this azadari that we're doing in this whole holy month of Muharram, all of this, these are acts that lead to righteousness. These are acts that lead to the Imams. All of these acts, they will have no meaning if we do not sacrifice from what we love. If we don't sacrifice from what we love. There's no one here that doesn't value money. There's no one here that doesn't value time. When you value money, you value time, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I want from that you love. So when it comes to the Ahlul Bayt, brothers and sisters, what did they have over there? When they came to Lady Zainab, Ya Zainab, what is it that you have? What is it that you love that you're willing to sacrifice for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Lady Zainab, Awn and Muhammad. Farwa, what do you have? You want to reach the Ahlul Bayt. You want to get closer to the Ahlul Bayt. What do you have? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from that which you love. What is it that you love? Farwa, she has Hazrat Qasim. Ya Rubab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from you that which you love. What is it that you have in this land of Karbala that you're willing to give? Rubab, she has a 6-month-old baby. 6-month-old baby. Ya Layla, what is it that you have that you're willing to sacrifice? What is it that you have that you love so much that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you're willing to give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What does Lady Layla have? She has that personality who's the mirror image of Rasulullah. All of these people, they're ready to sacrifice these personalities for the Imam. What have we sacrificed for our Imam? In these last few nights, just in these last few nights, what have we sacrificed? Have we given to the Imam Huseini from that which we love? If we haven't, in this azadari, we can do it until the end of time. It won't matter. We can pray all we want. It won't matter. We can do hajj all we want. It won't matter. We can do all the ibadat, all the wajibat, all the mustahabat we want. It won't matter. It won't matter. Imam Jafar Sadiq, when that money was brought to him, he says, "Oh Mufazzal, know that if a whole year goes by without our Shia bringing us something from their livelihood, whether it be a little bit or whether it be a lot, know that on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even look at them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even look at them. Except for the people that He's forgiven. Or the people that have an excuse. All of these centers, like I said, brothers and sisters, they run on donations. Please, give to them before they have to come to you and ask. Give these centers time before they come to you and ask for time. It's everyone's duty. If you say that this is the house where the zikr of the Ahlul Bayt happens, then it becomes everyone's duty to take care of this house. It becomes everyone's responsibility to take care of this house, not just one person or two persons. Everyone's responsibility. Don't wait for the management to come and ask you, we need money. No. Go to the management yourself and say, you know what? For the next month, I'll pay the electric bill. For the next month, I'll pay the water bill. There's a narration from the Holy Prophet himself, Amir al-Mu'minin himself. He says that anyone that wants to see light in their qabr, anyone that wants to see nur in their qabr, they should put nur in the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They should light up the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these mosques. Anyone that wants to see light in their qabr, in their grave, they should light up these houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at how Islam teaches us to think about the afterlife. Something as simple as bringing the central light bulb. If you look at the narration about how dark this qabr will be and what will happen in the qabr, you'll realize yourself, you know what? I wish I had given one light bulb to the center. I wish I had given one light bulb to the center. The Holy Prophet doesn't say that you have to give 1,000 light bulbs. No, just a little bit of light, that's it. Something as simple as that. Yet we don't want to do it. We don't think about doing it, or we choose not to do it. What are we sacrificing? If you look at Karbala, the whole event of Karbala was sacrifice. The most important lesson that you learn from Karbala is sacrifice. But what have we sacrificed? Imam Husayn, he sacrificed everything. Why? So this kalima of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah could reach us. So this kalima could reach us. But what have we sacrificed for Imam Husayn? What have we sacrificed for the Imam of our time? At the very least, have we sacrificed, have we let go of the sins that we were committing yesterday? At the very least, if we were not praying yesterday, have we started to pray today? Even though prayers is wajib. There are Shias, forget Shias, Muslims that don't pray. They don't have time. If you don't have time, you can always pray qaza. No, not even qaza. They just don't pray at all. Have we let go of one or two sins that we've committed yesterday? Have we let go of them today? For the sake of Imam Husayn, for the sake of Imam Zaman? If not, then what is the point? Imam Husayn, I'm sorry, but Imam Husayn did not sacrifice himself so we can do matam. Lady Zainab sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she was not taken to Sham, she was not taken to Kufa without her hijab, so the sisters today can go out in the marketplaces without their hijab. Lady Zainab sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not sacrifice that hijab for this. Imam Husayn did not sacrifice his family, so today people stop praying. Imam Husayn did not sacrifice his family, so today all the people do is matam and cry over Imam Husayn. No. He didn't do that. If that was the case, then Imam Zain al-Abidin would have done that, and that's all he would have done. So what have we sacrificed, brothers and sisters? When it comes to Layla, Layla will say, Ya Allah, what I have is the mirror image of Rasulullah. Ya Allah, what I have is that personality whom not just me, but your own representative loved with all of his heart. Ya Allah, what I have to sacrifice today is that personality whom whenever Imam Husayn wanted to look at his or remember his grandfather, he would look at Ali al-Akbar. That's who I have to sacrifice today. It's this Ali al-Akbar, Ya Allah, that I love so much. You've asked me to give you from what I love him so much, I give him back to you. This is what I give to you. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah. Sallallahu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Sallallahu alayki ya Siddiqatu Fatima. Sallallahu alayka ya Imam al-Hasan. Sallallahu alayka ya Gharib al-Ghurba. Ya Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. Ya Husayn. Ya Husayn. Brothers and sisters, tonight we commemorate the Shahadat of Hazrat Ali Akbar. Do you all know that there was only one personality who needed the permission from 4 people to go and get martyred? Hazrat Ali Akbar alayhi salam, he comes to his father and he says, "Oh my father dear, please give me permission to go get shaheed on you." Imam Hussein, he says, "Oh my son, first go and get permission from my sister Zainab. Then go get permission from your mother. Then go get permission from your brother Imam Zain al-Abidin." Hazrat Ali Akbar, he says, "Oh my father, I'll go get permission from everyone, but after they give me permission, will you let me go and get martyred on your behalf?" Imam Hussein says, "Oh my son, if you get permission from all of them, you can go to the battlefield." Ali Akbar, he comes to the tent of Lady Zainab and he goes to Lady Zainab and he puts his hands in front of Lady Zainab. He says, "Oh my auntie dear, please do you give me permission to go get shaheed in the name of my father Imam Hussein alayhi salam?" Lady Zainab, she starts crying and she says, "Oh Ali Akbar, you know how much I love you. Ya Ali Akbar, you know you are the mirror image of Rasulullah. I will not say no to you, but please first go and get permission from your mother." Ali Akbar, he says, "Oh auntie dear, I'll go get permission from my mother, but I came to you first." Why? Because you are the daughter of Batul. You are the daughter of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and you are the daughter of Fatima al-Zahra. That's why I came to you. And then he goes to the tent of his mother. He goes, "Oh mother dear, please, can you give me permission to go and sacrifice myself for my father, Imam Hussein?" Brothers and sisters, everyone whose mother is still alive, they know for a fact when the son comes home late from work, the mother is completely worried. They know how many times the mother will go to the door and come back. She'll go to the door and come back. Now there's an 18-year-old son who's asking her mother, "Oh mother dear, can you give me permission to sacrifice myself?" Layla, what did she say? To test Ali Akbar, she says, "Ali Akbar, I'm in a land where I don't know. I'm in a place which I don't know. Ali Akbar, I'm surrounded by enemies. Ali Akbar, I'm getting old. You know how much I love you." Ali Akbar, he took this to mean that his mother would not give him permission, so he only asked her one question. He says, "Mother dear, I won't ask you again if you just answer this one question for me." And she goes, "What is it, my son?" He says, "Oh mother dear, if on the day of judgment, Lady Zahra, she comes to you and she says, 'Oh Layla, my son Hussein, he got martyred, but your son Ali Akbar was still alive. Tell me, was your son greater or was my son greater?' What will you answer her?" That's when Layla, she realizes what? She realized that Ali Akbar really wanted to get martyred. So she says, "Oh my son, you have my permission to get martyred." Ali Akbar, he goes into the tent of his brother Imam Zain al-Abidin and he says, "Oh my brother, please, I've become tired now. Give me permission to go fight. Give me permission to sacrifice myself for our father." Imam Zain al-Abidin, he says, "Oh my brother Ali Akbar, you have my permission, you can go." What happens, brothers and sisters? Ali Akbar, he comes back to the tent of Imam Hussein, and Imam Hussein, he tells Mawla Hussein, "Oh father dear, I've gotten permission from everyone. Can I go out to the battlefield now?" When he says this to Imam Hussein hugs Ali Akbar. And Layla, she says, "Oh master, can you bring him inside? I want to get him ready." When he goes inside, Layla, she gets Ali Akbar ready, and Ali Akbar comes out with a turban and he says to his father, "Oh father dear, can you please put this turban around my head?" And every time Imam Hussein would put the turban around Ali Akbar's head, he would recite, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." He wrapped around one time and he said, "Inna lillahi." He wrapped around twice, he says, "Inna lillahi." He wrapped around three times and he keeps repeating, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." Ali Akbar, he gets on top of the horse, and when he goes towards the battlefield, what is happening? Imam Hussein, he's walking behind the horse. And Ali Akbar, he looks back and he says, "Oh father dear, did you just not give me permission to fight?" Imam Hussein, he replies, "Oh my son, if only you had a son such as yourself, you would know what I'm going through. Oh my son, you would know what I'm going through." Ali Akbar, he goes to the battlefield, he shows them the courage of the Hashimis, and he comes back. When he comes back, he says, "Oh father dear, this armor that I have, it's become very heavy, and it's made me very thirsty. Is there any water here?" Imam Hussein, he says, "Ya Akbar, oh my son, we have no water here. If we had water, then all the children would have gotten water." Ali Akbar, just be patient a little and pretty soon you'll drink from Kawthar. Ali Akbar, he takes off his armor, brothers and sisters, because it was getting heavy, and then he gets back on his horse and he goes back to the battlefield. When he goes to the battlefield and he was killing enemies, one of the enemies, they see that Ali Akbar, he's busy fighting another enemy, so what does he do? He throws his spear into Ali Akbar's chest and it hits his liver. Ali Akbar, he falls off the horse and he calls out to his father. He says, Assalamu alayka ya abati. Oh father dear, my last salam be upon you. Imam Huseini, he runs to Ali Akbar, and what does he do, brothers and sisters? He puts one hand on Ali Akbar's chest, and when he puts the hand on Ali Akbar's chest, Ali Akbar, he says, oh father dear, please be careful. Please be careful. The other side, the arrow is still stuck in my liver. Please be careful. And what does Imam Huseini do? He starts crying, and while he was crying, Ali Akbar's soul leaves the body. And what does Imam Huseini do? He looks towards Najaf. He says, Assalamu alayka ya abati. He said, oh my father, my salams be upon you. Oh my father, Amir al-Mu'mineen, please help me. Imam Huseini, he puts one hand on the chest of Ali Akbar, and with the other hand, he slowly takes out the spear from Ali Akbar's chest, and with the spear, brother and sister, comes out part of the liver. Imam Huseini, he takes the body back to the camp, and he says to Lady Zainab, oh Zainab, where's Layla? Tell her to come and say her last salam to Ali Akbar. Layla, brothers and sisters, she was in her tent. When she wouldn't come out, Lady Zainab, she tells Fizza, go call Layla. Go call Layla. When Fizza goes into the tent of Layla, she sees that Layla is on the floor and she's prostrating. She's doing sajda to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She comes to her and she says, Layla, come and say your last salam to Ali Akbar. Come and say your last salam to your son. What happens, brothers and sisters? Fizza says that she sees Layla get up and she would take one step and she would fall down. She would take a second step and she would fall down. She'd constantly fall down. And when Fizza asks, Layla, what's wrong? What is the matter with you? Layla says, oh Fizza, my eyesight is completely gone. I can't see anything. Please help me and take me to my son. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Matam Husayn.
بولے امام امم پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی لائے ہے اکبر کو ہم پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی یہ میرا نور نظر یہ میرا لخت جگر آیا ہے مشکل سے خر پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی کھایا ہے برچی کا پال سر پہ کری ہے اجال جائے گا بدم نکل پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی زخم جگر کری ہے اس میں سے خون جری ہے کچھ کی تیاری ہے پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی یہ میرا نور نظر، یہ میرا لخت جگر، آیا ہے مشکل سے خر، پردہ اٹھا لو کوئی، دشمن کو بھی خدا نہ دکھائے پسر کا داغ، دل کو فغار کرتا ہے لخت جگر کا داغ، آنکھوں کا نور کھوتا ہے نور نظر کا داغ، مرنا جوان بیت کا ہے عمر بھر کا داغ، یہ حال ابن فاطمہ کے دل سے پوچھئے، زخم جگر کے درد کو غائل سے پوچھئے، جبر چکا کے چور ہوا اکبر سنو نہال، فرزند فاطمہ کا کہوں کس زباں سے حال، لرزا تھا جسم پاک میں خورشید کے مثال، چلاتے تھے شہید ہوا ہائے میرا لال، تامے ہوئے کلیج کو گھبراتے پھرتے تھے، ایک ایک قدم پہ ٹھوکرے کھا کے گرتے تھے، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، لگایا ظلم کا نیزہ جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کوئی کفنی منگا لاؤ گلے میں میرے پہناؤ، رکھوں گی سوگ اکبر کا جواب بیٹا گیا مارا، کہاں بانو نے واویلا जवाब दा गया मारा कहाँ बानू ने वावेला जवाब दा सफ़े मातम बिछाऊंगी गमे अकबर में रोऊंगी कई दिन का मेरा प्यासा जवाब था गया मारा कहाँ बानू जवाब था गया मारा कहाँ बानू जवाब मारा कहो लोगों मैं कहाँ जाऊँ अली अकबर को कहाँ पाऊँ गया रन में मेरा प्यासा जवाब था कहाँ बानू من آب نمیخواهم واسه واسه امو جانم نمیخواهم سکای هیدانم واسه امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای شهیدانم من آب نمیخواهم واسه امو جانم نمیخواهم جواب صدا جواب نمیخواهم سکای جانم یم جوان من ای روح روان من درد تو با حال من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای شهیدانم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای شهیدانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو نمیخواهم سکای دانم در خیمه بن عابد افتاده علی اکبر ای ماه بنی هاشم من آب نمیخواهم عباس من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای دانم عباس علم دارم سکای یتیمانم بمونی صبح یارم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای دانم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای شهیدانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم عباس امو جانم من آب نمیخواهم سکای شهیدانم من ماه انوار لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماه انوار لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماه انوار لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا لیلا تیری شادی رچاؤں تجھے دلہا بناؤں یہی امید لیلا اکبر لیلا نور چشم میرا ماہ علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ تجھے مہندی لگاؤں دلہن شادی میں لاؤں یہی درد ہے لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا لیلا میری گود کا پالا لگا ظلم کا بالا یہی درد ہے لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا لیلا میرے گھر کا اجالا میرے نیزوں کا پالا دل و جان ہے لیلا اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا ماہ علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا انوار لیلا علی اکبر لیلا نور چشم لیلا کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان 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 کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان کہہ دو سگرا سے علی اکبر سے آ کے ملے کہہ دو سگرا سے علی اکبر سے آ کے ملے میرے ارمانوں کو مٹتا ہے جہاں کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان کربلا اکبر میرا نوجوان 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 کربلا اکبر موت کی ہچکی سے کہہ دو ٹھہر جا ٹھہر جا موت کی ہچکی سے کہہ دو ٹھہر جا ٹھہر جا دولہا اکبر کو بنائے اس کی ماں کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان 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 کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان لاشِ اکبر اٹھاؤں کس طرح ہے خدا لاشِ اکبر اٹھاؤں کس طرح ہے خدا میں ضعیف ہوں اور اکبر ہے جوان کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان کربلا اکبر میرا ہے نوجوان 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 کربلا میرا ہے نوجوان یا الہی یہ جواں کا داغ ہے داغ ہے یا الہی یہ جواں کا داغ ہے खाक में मिलता है ये अरमान मेरा। करबला अकबर मेरा है नौजवान, करबला अकबर मेरा है नौजवान। नौजवान नौजवान नौजवान, करबला मेरा है नौजवान। माँ की थी उम्मीद बेटा तू दे लूँ तो तुझे, माँ की थी उम्मीद बेटा देख लूँ दूल्हा तुझे। वरना आए दिल के ये अरमान मेरा। करबला अकबर मेरा है नौजवान, करबला अकबर मेरा है नौजवान। नौजवान नौजवान नौजवान, करबला अकबर मेरा है नौजवान। हुसैन शहीद करबला वावैला, करबला वावैला, हुसैन शहीद करबला वावैला, वावैला, हुसैन इमाम मظلوم वावैला, वावैला, अब्बास से अलम दारम ची शुद वावैला, वावैला, अब्बास से अलम दारम ची शुद वावैला, वावैला, अकबर नौजवान ची शुद वावैला, वावैला, अकबर नौजवान ची शुद वावैला, वावैला, कासिम दामादम ची शुद वावैला, वावैला, हुसैन शहीद करबला वावैला, वावैला वावैला वावैला, ला या हुसैन वावैला, ला या अब्बास वावैला, वावैला या अतशान वावैला, वावैला या अब्बास वावैला, वावैला या हुसैन वावैला। محمد وآل محمد صلوات.
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعل الله آخر عهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا غريب الغرباء السلطان أبا الحسن مولانا علي بن موسى الرضا، كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا صاحب العصر والزمان، الأمان الأمان الأمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.